You wake up, you groan, you look at your phone. Monday. And somewhere deep in your chest, something just dies a little. But here's what nobody ever told you that feeling. That dread, it's literally ancient, like thousands of years old, because the name Monday was invented by people who looked up at the sky, saw the moon, and decided that the moon was a god that ruled over that day. And if the moon was having a rough orbit, well, so were you. Every single day of your week, every alarm, every meeting, every happy Friday is named after a god, a planet, or a celestial body that ancient civilizations worshipped. You are living inside a calendar built by the Romans, the Vikings, and the Babylonians. And most people will go their entire lives without knowing that. Let's fix that right now. To understand the days of the week, we have to go back roughly 4,000 years to ancient Babylon, modern-day Iraq. The Babylonians were obsessed with the sky. They were watching 7 moving objects: the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn. They called them the 7 Wanderers. And because they believed these objects controlled fate, they assigned each one to rule over one day. 7 Wanderers, 7 days. The math worked. This system spread to ancient Egypt, then to Greece, then to Rome. And Rome, being Rome, just stamped it on the whole world. Let's start with the obvious. Sunday, the sun's day. Dies solis in Latin. The sun was king, the most powerful body in the sky. Pretty much every ancient culture, Roman, Norse, Persian, gave the sun a day of honor. When Christianity spread through Europe, Sunday became the Lord's Day. But the name? Pure pagan. Still there. Every week. Monday, Moon's Day. Dies Luni in Latin. The Norse called it Manadagar. The moon goddess ruled here. There's actually a reason so many cultures put Monday right after Sunday. The sun and the moon were considered the 2 most important celestial bodies. They bookended the week like royalty. So, when you hate Mondays, you're hating the moon. Which feels a little rude, honestly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Tuesday is named after 2, a one-handed Norse god of war and justice. The Romans had assigned this day to Mars, their god of war, Dies Martis. When the Germanic tribes adopted the Roman calendar, they swapped Mars for their own war god, 2. Same energy, different name. In French, by the way, Tuesday is still Mardi, Mars's day. The Vikings just rebranded it. Wednesday. Say it slowly. Wednesday. That's Woden's day. Or Odin, if you know your Norse mythology. Odin, the All-Father, the god who hung himself from a tree for 9 days to gain the wisdom of the runes. The Romans had given this day to Mercury, Dies Mercury, the messenger god, god of travel and knowledge. The connection? Both Mercury and Odin were seen as wise, fast, and a little unpredictable. Wednesday in French is Mercredi, Mercury's day. Odin just took over the English version. Thor's day, Thursday. This one almost doesn't need explanation. Thor, god of thunder, storms, strength. The Romans gave this day to Jupiter, the king of the gods, also associated with thunder and lightning. The Germanic tribes looked at Jupiter and said, "That sounds like Thor to us." And honestly, they were right. In Spanish, Thursday is Jueves, from Jupiter. In English, it's all Thor. Every week you say Thursday. You're basically yelling into the sky for a Norse god. Friday, Frigg's day, or possibly Freya's day. Scholars actually still debate this one because Frigg and Freya were 2 powerful Norse goddesses who may have originally been the same deity. The Romans gave this day to Venus, goddess of love and beauty, Dies Veneris. In French, Friday is Vendredi, Venus's day. The Germanic tribes replaced Venus with their own goddess of love and femininity. In Italian, it's Venerdì. But in English, Freya/Frigg won. And she deserved it. Saturday is the only day in English that kept its Roman name almost completely intact. Dies Saturni, Saturn's day. Saturn, the god of time, agriculture, and inevitably, death. The Romans took this directly from the Babylonians, who associated this day with the slowest moving planet they could see. And unlike every other day, no Norse god replaced Saturn. He held on. Which is honestly very on brand for the god of time. Think about what just happened. You've got Babylonian, astronomy, Roman religion, Norse mythology, and Germanic tribal culture, all crammed into 7 words you say every single week without thinking twice. The days of the week are basically a fossil record of how ideas travel across civilizations. The Babylonians watched the sky. The Romans built an empire. The Vikings told stories by firelight, and somehow all 3 of them ended up in your Google Calendar. There's also something deeply human about this. Every single ancient civilization, separated by oceans and centuries, looked up at the same sky and said, "This matters. The lights up there are trying to tell us something. We named our days after them because we wanted to remember. So next time it's Wednesday and your week feels like it's falling apart, just remember, you're living on Odin's day. The All-Father himself is watching. That guy hung from a tree for 9 days straight. You can get through your inbox. And if you made it to Friday, congratulations. You made it to Freya's day, the goddess of love and abundance. Go enjoy it. You earned it. If this made you see your week differently, share it with someone who needs a Monday motivation that isn't a motivational quote. Hit subscribe, because every week I'm digging into the history that's hiding in plain sight all around you. And drop in the comments. Which day's origin surprised you the most? I'll see you in the next one.